Just because we're dumbasses don't mean you can be too. So don't do any of the we do at home.
Welcome back. Episode 2, night 2, I guess you could say, of the first night. This is going to be the winners of last round. So if you lost in the first video, you won't be mentioned in this video because yes, you lost. This is the second, third, and final round. And, we're going to see who gets the dub. First pair that got chosen was OD and Boost. Boost is in a Rapid GT. I've heard they were quick, but I didn't think they were this quick. They're beatable. I believe so. And OD's in the Murder Nova, so I always got my money on the Murder Nova in any race. It was a bad run for OD. As soon as he launches the car, I don't know, something happened, and I don't know what happened to it, But that was GT's. OD launched first, and the GT pulled up, and he was up ahead of Fender. And then hit Boost, and OD just couldn't keep up. That means OD's out of the no prep for now, and Boost moves on. Next up, we got Braxton and Preem. Preem in his all-wheel drive Sultan Classic, and then Braxton and Becky. He got to cut a good light to beat Becky because he's going to get pulled around real hard. Like normal, all-wheel drive car gets out on him, maybe car and a half. Double clutch comes in, pulls around, easy run for Becky. Preem did all he can do. He loses still by a car, and that's what happens if you drive an all-wheel drive car. Danny and Senkow, these two always have close races. Danny in the Nova, Senkow in his new Imperator. So it should be a good one. It is a 50-50 race, so I always got money on an LS member. Not sure what happened to Danny. Senkow leaves him. And, if those nitrous cars get out, there's no catching him. Senkow was riding the line. He almost crosses, but he beats Danny by about car and a half. Danny got to get back to it. I know he can do better, and Senkow gets to win. I get matched up with DJ, another GT. We always run in cash days here and there, pop-ups, and we have close races. So it's going to be a tough one. He has a good reaction time like me, and he's now on our list, so I'm going to have to race him eventually. Might as well show him who number 1 is. It was a close race. I leave the line first, but he has more power off the line, so it gets me off by about a fender. I go for my boost. I'm trailing the whole way, and at the last second, I pull around him by about a fender. It was a close race. I thought I lost it, but me and the Crow are moving on to next round. Good race to DJ, and, we'll do it again sometime. Next up, we got M3 and Joe. Joe has been hauling ass in that Imperator, and M3... he's been hauling ass in that Hellfire. So it's either one's game. They're both running good tonight. Both, Joe's in a new car, and he's showing up with that car. He's done best with it. They both leave evenly. It was a close race. It was anyone's game. Whoever made a mistake first, it was over. Sadly, Joe, I don't know if he hit boot strong or something, but he still ran hella good. Lost by half a car. M3 ran the hell out of the car, and M3 moves on. Next up is Larry and Ozzy. Ozzy in the GT, Larry in his Hellfire. Larry got to get out on him. Hopefully we can take a GT out. Larry was coming, but sadly, he took off, and, Ozzy's car takes off even more, and it looks like he was pulling back, but the GTs have way more top end, and he was pulling away uh, even more of a gap, but he loses by half a car. Larry got to get back, and we got to beat these GTs. Last race of the second round, it's Gap Band and Dude. Gap Band is in his Nitrous Impaler, and Dude is in his Hellfire. It's anyone's game. If Dude sleeps on it, or if you let the Nitrous cars get out on you, it might be an L. So he can't sleep, and Gap can't sleep either. Not even gonna lie, Gap killed that tree. He got out a whole car before he even left the line, and then he sprays. There's no catching him. Gap Band ran the race he needed. Dude, he wasn't ready for the light, and I know he's quicker than that, so he'll get back to it. I know he's a top hitter in the community, so he'll come back and stronger. Next up, we got Gap and Senkow, both good friends of mine, and both nitrous cars. It's pretty much 50-50, but it's gonna be who hits their boost first or who gets the better launch on this one. This time Gap was the one sleeping. Senkow gets out about a fender, and he waits for the spray, sees Gap spray, then he sprays. So he wins by about a car. Senkow moves on to the third round. Gap, he's good in that car, but he hit me up after this no prep that he's bringing his Turbo Nova back. So it's good we're getting these NOS cars out of the way. Get this community back to double clutch. Ozzy and M3. Let's see if M3 could take one of the GTs out for one of us. We need to take these out. They're the heavy hitters tonight. M3 just did not okay. He spun and he slept. Ozzy was out of the hole, and there was no catching those GTs if they get out on you. It is what it is. M3 ran great tonight. He made it to round 3, so he's up there in the Bucks, and he's ready to go next week. Next up is me and Boost. Boost took out my boy OD, and he's been taking out a lot of people. These Rapid GTs have been taking, heavy hitters out. I'm in a GT Classic, so, I think I have enough firepower to take one of these down. I ran my race as perfect as I can get. I left the tree on him, and he slept, and he still was dead even with me after I treed him. I go for my boost. I'm pulling hard, but, those top end, and he got me by half a car. He was still pulling away from me at the end, too. I'm not going to say they're OP because I know I want to beat them, and I'm not banning them. I want to beat a GT, and I know I can do it. Fourth round, we got Ozzy and Senkow. Ozzy in the GT and Senkow in his NOS Imperator. I think Senkow is one of the best guys we got to take down those GTs. And, he's a quick one. It was a close race. Senkow did spin off the line. But, you can't, if you're going to go up against those GTs, there's no room for error unless maybe they miss boost or they spin. So Ozzy is now in the final. Next up, we have Braxton and Boost. Whoever wins this meets him in the final. Braxton's the reigning no prep king champion. So, he's going to be a heavy hitter to beat. Boost is a new double clutch racer in the community. I mean, he's been here for a minute, but this is the first time coming to my event either way. But It's going to be Braxton and Boost. Winner goes to the final to race Ozzy. I think this all caught everyone off guard. You know, Braxton being the reigning no prep champion. I think he might have missed Boost because it didn't look like he pulled, but there was a small gap there, and he wins by about a car, maybe a car and a half. So Boost and Ozzy are in the final. GT against GT. You know, they did make solid passes. They went up against heavy hitters, and you know they're there for a reason. This one's anyone's game. Boost moves out quick, and you know Ozzy's right behind him. Boost goes for Boost, and you know he wins by maybe car, and you know Ozzy put up a fight, but that means they're 1 and 2 in points. The points will be up in my Instagram if you want to go check them out. There will be in another event every Wednesday. There'll be 10. So if you didn't make it, or if you're in the bottom of the list for points, there's still enough time to make it back. The end of no prep will be a big payout. Still deciding what I want to do, so stay tuned for that. To anyone who wants in on no prep or on list racing or in any racing involves pop-up cash days, anything basically double clutch wise, hit me up on Instagram, Chaotic Dingo. We have a lot of group chats. We have a cash days chat, no prep chat, round robin. May make a chat for that because there's a lot of people wanting in on the list. So DM me if you want in on some racing. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one.